Hey there, I'm Alexandra Harbushka, and today we're going to talk about how long will it take to get out of that PTSD or that anxious phase of being diagnosed with herpes. Okay, I like to call this phase, this PTSD or this anxious phase, I refer to it as the Eeyore phase. Basically, we know who Eeyore is. He is just ho-humming along. He has a rain cloud over him. Oh, well, it's gonna get better type of thing. And that phase is extremely common. We all go through it, and it could be called the PTSD phase, the anxiety phase, the depression phase. I like to call it the Eeyore phase. Before we go any further, if you are dealing with some serious PTSD, anxiety, depression, or you are suicidal, I have the suicide hotline below. I just stop what you're doing and call that number ASAP. Like, we don't want to mess around with that at all. Also, if you're seeking professional help, please go do that. I do not want you to be kind of like, well, I think I'm okay, I don't know. No, do not mess around with that. Please go seek professional help if that's where you are. So anxiety or PTSD, or the Eeyore phase, as I like to call it, can be triggered from an instance, something that may feel life-threatening, and it can be triggered here and there. It can also cause anxiety or deep depression. So a herpes diagnosis is a perfect example of what this feels like and what it is. For me, I was in this Eeyore phase for 2 years. Literally 2 years. I wore black every day. I was just angry, or I was depressed, or I actually had a panic attack where I was on an airplane and they had to lower the airplane because I passed out on a plane. I had so much anxiety over this. I totally get what we're going through. So I get this question all the time: how do I get out? How did you get out? All right, so there are a couple of things that need to happen. Number one, you need to surround yourself with people that love you, that care about you, and that can support you. So whether that's family, friends, whether it's the Life with Herpes community, we're all here to support you. I know when I was diagnosed, I felt super alone. Nobody really knew what I was going through, and so that's why I created this community. Someone to talk to, someone to answer questions, someone to reach out and be like, hey, I need a hug right now. I'm really dealing with it right now. So surround yourself with people that you can really support you with. Secondly, you have to do the work. There's no special pill, there's no special date, there's no I'm gonna wake up next week and be fine. There is a lot of self-work that does happen when you are diagnosed with herpes, and you need to get out of that Eeyore phase. A lot of times we place all these handicaps on ourselves, like, oh, I can't date now because I have herpes, or I'm not gonna get the job promotion because I have herpes. Well, a lot of times those pre-existing handicaps were already there, and now we're placing herpes on it. I was angry at men, I had awful acne, I was kind of just in this I was in an Eeyore phase. And so I was like, I have to make these changes day by day. I started working on self-love, self-awareness, building my confidence. I sought professional help. I took courses and things on love, and I did a lot of self-worth work to get me to that point. All right, and then finally, I want you to be you. I want you to do things that you love. Whether you've been holding yourself back now that you have herpes, you're like, well, I can't do that anymore because I have herpes or whatever. No, do the things that you love. If you love dancing, go join a dance class. If you love playing soccer, go do that. If you love playing video games, play video games. If you love, I'm looking at my video, I love to spray paint things. He's laughing. Go spray paint things. Become who you want to become, not who you think you're supposed to be because you have herpes. There's no oh, you have herpes, you can't do this now. I don't want you to suppress yourself. I want you to go out and have fun and be you, and that's gonna help build your character and get you out of this Eeyore phase. There is no date or oh, well, as soon as someone accepts me for having herpes, then I'll be out of it. No, that's just a Band-Aid. I guess insecurity of having herpes will probably continue to pop up in a relationship if it's just oh, you like me, okay, right? No, we wanna become a whole person before we go out and start dating people or looking for a quick fix with a pill, alcohol, all of that. All right, so what I recommend doing, what I absolutely wish that I had when I was first diagnosed, is a community. And that's why I created the Life with Herpes community and the Secret Society, which was our online platform for people living with herpes. And we have people from all over the world, all walks of life, all different stories of how they got herpes. And we're here 24/7. We have 2 weekly calls that are live, that are on Zoom, and we are just here to support you. Being a part of a community will help you get out of this Eeyore phase. I promise. I promise, I promise, I promise. Finding other people that you can talk to will be so helpful. I have it linked for you. I can't wait to see you in the next video. If you need a big virtual hug, I am here for you. I will see you soon. Let me know what content you want to hear, and I'll see you in the Secret Society.